What is up, everybody? I'm Eric Beach. This is The Art of Endurance, here with another quick hit, just a topic to kind of talk through my life, my philosophies, and your training. So, what I want to talk about today is coaches. It's something that maybe you don't know. Maybe you're not aware of this. But as hard as it is to accept, and as much as we'd want this to be true, it's not. Your coach, your mentor, your psychologist, your doctor, whatever the case may be, the authority figure that's helping you grow and change. It is not their responsibility to do it for you. It is not their responsibility to inspire you. And the reason I say that is the only person that can inspire you is you. The fact is, if you are not open to the inspiration, if you are not open to the words or to the work, nothing changes. As long as I was trying to be validated by somebody, as long as I was trying to blame somebody, as long as I was trying to have somebody else be the thing that took me to the next level, I just stayed stuck. Because inevitably, what's going to happen is you're going to come to a point of resistance. You're going to come to a plateau. You're going to come to a point where nothing seems to work and nothing is good enough. And what happens at that point is you shut your ears off and you close your heart. And what that means is that nothing's going to get in there. Nothing can get into you. Nothing can change you because your walls are up. You've told the world that you're not successful. You're not going to succeed. This won't work for you. You made that choice. And it might have been because of any number of circumstances, but it is your choice to make. And you're the only one that can unlock those doors to let something in. And you have every right to make sure that the voices that are getting into your head, the influence that you're letting people have in your life, earned it. And when those people have earned it, it's not a forever thing. They can lose it. If someone doesn't deserve that place in your heart and has been abusive with it, you can cut them out. But we can't expect someone to do something for us what we're not willing to do for ourselves. A coach can't change you if you're not willing to be changed. And you can't be changed if you're not willing to accept that it's going to be a hell of a process. It's going to be hard. And it's going to require a lot of self-reflection. You got to go inside to change. You can't look outside and expect the world to change. I can't change you. I can't change my spouse. I shouldn't want to change you. I shouldn't want to change my spouse. I should want to see my spouse changed. I should want to see you changed. And that's not going to come from the words that I speak. And it's not going to be molded into what I think you should be. It's not going to be me watching my wife become all of the things that I want her to become. Love is extending myself to see her grow into who she is, regardless of what expectation I might have for her. It's the same for me. I have expectations on my own life, and it's not my coach's responsibility to see them realized. It's not my coach's responsibility to make me into what my coach thinks I should be. All the coach is there for, all the mentor is there for, all I'm here for is to lay out a path and let you wander it, let you travel it, and then become a barrier that says, hey, you're getting a little far left, you're getting a little far right. Is that where you want to go? Or do we want to stay in the lane we're in? It's just a guiding force. And if I put mute on you, if you put mute on me, nothing gets through, and it's always your choice. And you have to figure out why you're doing it. Your coach doesn't have to figure that out. Your coach has to show up. Your therapist has to show up and say, what do you got for me today? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to work through? And you have to be open to telling the truth. Whether that's something you don't want someone to know about you or a choice you made, or whether that's you not wanting to address the fact that you did something that you're not proud of. I still get angry with my kids and sometimes yell at them. I have to go and feel this pain that realizes I need to go talk to them and say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I was reacting to something else that wasn't your fault. That was mine to own. I have to take that. And that's a painful process. I'd much rather just keep people at arm's length, smash them down, so I don't have to journey in here and own my part in it. So no matter what you're doing in life, whether it's getting trained to be an athlete, whether it's trying to heal and grow, everything's in here. Like everything starts here. And you're just allowing people out there into your mind, into your heart, to help you understand how to make that process, how to discover who you are, not to become who you think they want you to be, not to become who you think the world wants you to be because you have a talent. I've got a lot of talents. It doesn't mean that I'm supposed to be a professional juggler or balance things on my chin just because I can do it. You can have talents, but talent doesn't equal purpose. And not every talent we have do we need to pursue to an elite level. We have to find the things that fire us up, that we're willing to go inside and journey the hard, lonely journey of self-discovery. Because our answers are in here. Our guides are out there. But they're not there to make you take the journey. There's nothing they can say or do. There's nothing you can read that's going to change you unless you first open your mind and heart to that change, unless you figure out how bad you really want it and why you want it. Do you want the medal? Do you want the affirmation? Or do you want the change? Because if you want the change, the art of endurance is how do you embrace a life of change and growth when you're terrified, when you're tired, when you're scared. That's what we're here to learn. How do we go forward when we're uncomfortable and scared? And that's a hard place to be because we want answers. And the answers are very rarely what we want to hear. They're very rarely comfortable. But discomfort is where growth lives. Hard conversations are the things we need to have if we want to grow and learn. Hard rides, offset against easy ones, are what we need to make our muscles adapt to growth. So training is a metaphor, is an example of how we live our lives. It's not a bike ride, it's a conversation with someone you value and trust who says, I think you're screwing this up. And that same person that says this is where you're screwing up is also going to tell you what I see in you, what I think is valuable about you that I don't think you see. And when you can let them tell you those things, man, that's a win. That's better than any win I'll ever have. That's better than standing on any podium when you can receive compliments, when you can receive affirmation. The I believe in you. That touched me. Because you stepped forward in vulnerability, that moved me. Seeing you live your life is inspirational. That, man, can you imagine listening to that and accepting it? So as you go forward, as you make positive changes in your life, remember, it's not the people's responsibility whom you've invited into this life to grow you. They're there to help cultivate whatever it is that you're trying to express, whatever you're trying to become. And they can only do that if you let them. Because it's our responsibility to change. It's our responsibility to do the work. My coach can't ride the bike for me. He can't make my diet any better than it is. He can't come to my house and cook for me every day. That's not the responsibility that he has. That's mine. He builds a lesson plan for me. He answers questions if I have them. That's what he does for me. And I have to get on the bike and I have to move my muscles. I have to move my body. I have to get to those levels of fitness that I want to get to by doing hard work, listening to his guidance because I don't have that knowledge. That's my responsibility and his responsibility is different. And nothing changes if I don't get to that level of acceptance that my journey is mine, not his, not theirs. That's the thank you that we need to give our people in life that have helped us. And these people come and go. As long as you are pushing forward and growing, they're not going to care where it comes from as long as they see you happy. And if they don't, I'd question the motives that they had in the first place. Because guess what? All those people that help us, they have their own baggage. They have their own walk. We're just all walking each other home. So please, don't get it confused. Nobody is doing this for you. You're doing it for yourself. And you're allowing certain people into your life to have that influence, to have that voice of truth that can say the hard things. And you can choose to let people in, and you can choose to cut people out who you've once let in, who have proven to be not trustworthy, who have proven to not have your best interests at heart. And I don't want you to think this is disempowering, that anything I'm saying should be seen as disempowerment, because it's one of the most empowering things you can do is realize that it's you. It's your journey, that you're the powerful one. Because in lieu of anybody else, when you're alone and you realize that the power comes from inside of yourself, you're not alone. Sometimes it'll be weeks in between conversations with my people, but I'm still connected here. So I don't need to be there every day or every week. I can be on my own for a period of time because I'm getting to know this guy and I'm living from that. It's empowering to know that I have control of my own life. There's things that are out of my control, of course. But at the core, my life is my own and I'm at the driver's seat. So I don't need constant affirmation. I don't need those things, but when it's there, I should accept it and I should receive it. So it's a process of getting to know that, but it's empowering to know that you have the power, that you don't need anything from anybody else. It's good stuff to get, but it's not a need. You need to connect here. And it's not anybody's responsibility to help you get there. You have to make that choice and open to it. And if you open to it, there are processes, there are plenty of resources to help you get there. And I hope you do. So until next time, journey well, my friends.